everybody. Welcome back to Vegas Weekly for Saturday, October the 24th, 2020. Yes, I'm back in studio, back from Rocktober. This is going to be kind of a laid-back episode. There's not a lot of news I'm going to discuss. I do have a Vegas tip or trick that I picked up during the trip, so I thought I'd share it with you. We do have a guest cocktail maker today, a 60-second cocktail. They'll be introducing that shortly. On our trip, we got a bunch of Canadian snacks from Vegas Best Ideas, so I'm going to be sampling those also throughout today's show. Some of you may be wondering, where's the Vegas 45 vlog? Well, it's coming. It's coming. At this point, I don't really think people are starved for Rocktober content. By my count, there's probably well over 100 hours worth of live streams and vlogs and walkabouts. In fact, I'm guarantee you somebody is vlogging or live streaming as I speak. I've kind of stepped away from it all a little bit today, possibly just because, you know, it's time to get back to reality. But there's going to be a lot of good videos, a lot of good content to watch. If you're looking for kind of a day-to-day on some of the main events that took place, I know that that our friend Mark, Pennies for Vegas, I think did basically live vlogged the whole trip. So I'll put a link to his channel in today's show notes. Got a chance, of course, to meet Mark, as well as so many other people who have been for months, years even, a part of my online life. And so it was really nice meeting all those folks. Can't possibly name them all here. But I will be starting the vlog this weekend. We'll get part one. I say part one because the days kind of ran into one another, and some days there's a lot of footage, some days there's not. I'm probably going to narrate over some of the footage, and in some cases you'll just see me in the studio talking about what went on and then showing you some of the video. I think it'll work better than just trying to splice it all together, because I don't know that that'll make a whole lot of sense. I think this will work better. If you're one of those people that haven't watched the well over 100 hours worth of live streams, I think the vlog will give you a good idea, a taste of what went on without watching hundreds of hours of live streams. Not that there's not some entertainment value there. There certainly is. So that's wrapping things up. Most people are either have made their way home or in the process of doing so. So just happy that we were able to pull this thing off, and just hope that everybody makes it home safe and healthy. And then we'll look forward to Rocktober next year, tentatively planned for the first weekend in October, and of course bumpers on either side depending upon your schedule. But more on that as the year goes along. It's a long ways away at this point, but it was indeed great to get back to Vegas and great to meet so many of you. All right, so we're going to start out our taste test with the ketchup chips. These are apparently very popular in Canada. So we're going to taste a ketchup chip. Looks pretty innocuous. It does taste a little bit like ketchup. Yeah, there's definitely a tomatoey flavor. I'll do one more. Yeah, I mean, I can't say I love the ketchup chip, but it definitely does have a ketchup flavor. Yeah, check it out. Try it out if you love ketchup. The ketchup chips are for you. The other savory snack is the Cheesies, which I have to think probably taste a lot like Cheetos. I don't know. Guess I'm licking my hands. So sue me. There you go. If I can get this thing open. If I can't, we'll just edit all this out, because this is a professional operation. All right, here we go. A cheesy. It's a Cheeto. Has a little more of a, to me, has a kind of a buttery finish. I like it. I might like it better than the Cheetos. So, there we go. Have a little sip. No, this is not alcohol. Body has dealt with enough of that the past 7 days as it is. So, all right. So a little bit of Vegas news this week, and it's that the Cromwell will be reopening on the 29th of October, including the Giada restaurant. I assume the little snack bar restaurant as well. It will open as a 21 and over only casino. And the more I thought about it, I don't think the Cromwell has ever really been a particularly family-friendly place, or a place that I've seen. I can't recall ever seeing a child in the Cromwell. So I don't think this is going to really impact the target audience of that particular hotel and casino. But it is an interesting take. Of course, the day before, October 28th, will mark the opening of all the restaurants, the pool, sportsbook, and the casino at Circa. Had an opportunity to meet Richard Wilk this past week. It was very, very kind of him to make the effort to join us briefly at Bar Canada, as I know he and Derek and the whole staff there has got to be at their wits' ends and burning the midnight oil to try to get Circa up and running. There was some footage of some of the restaurants and the pool area. Just, of course, it looks spectacular. I'm not a pool guy, but it's an amazing facility. That coming up on the 28th. There continues to be a lot of concerns, well, not just in Las Vegas, but everywhere, about the whole coronavirus situation. But it does seem like the governor and the elected officials is going to do everything they can to make a more targeted approach to trying to deal with this problem. So I don't see any likelihood of a shutdown coming. Just some thoughts. I would say the overall Vegas experience to me was very similar. I don't know that it would have been when the bars were closed, or when perhaps only 50% of the strip was open. But to me, it felt like Las Vegas with masks. I will say that the restaurant accessibility, that it was sometimes difficult to find a spot at a local eatery, and there are still some that are closed, particularly during the week. So definitely do your research there. Overall, like I said, it felt pretty normal for me over the weekend. I will say during the week, it does get very quiet on the strip. It's a little bit eerie. But yeah, so it'd be great to get the Cromwell open. That'll mark essentially the last strip casino and strip area casino to reopen. Of course, we're still looking at the Palms and some of the station properties. Still looking at Main Street Station downtown, what the time frame might be on that. And then, the Rio, the Gold Coast. There's some places where the hotels are only open on the weekends. I suspect we're going to see more of that as we go into what is traditionally a rather slow time in Las Vegas. As the weather turns, November, December, there's not going to be conventions. You're not going to have the National Finals Rodeo. So it is going to be difficult, and I think we're going to see more of what we've seen at places like Encore, The Link, and Planet Hollywood, where they're simply going to close down the hotel portion of the property for 3 or 4 days and hope to make that work. Also in the news this week, Caesars Entertainment announced the reopening of 4 of their shows. Yes, there haven't been any shows in Las Vegas for quite some time. We already knew Absinthe would be coming back. It's also coming back, I think it starts actually this week. Yesterday, X Country became the first major show, if you want to call it a major show, to come back to the Las Vegas Strip. In addition, Tape Face and Piff will be reopening within the next couple of weeks. So if you're going to be in Vegas, you actually have a chance to see a show. Last night, there was a crazy event that left customers at the Paris Hotel in the dark, literally. A friend of this particular program, Cinnamon Girl, I'll put a link to her channel in the show notes below. I think I've done that recently, but she did some live streaming in the midst of that blackout. So a lot of unhappy customers at the Paris, not just because of the blackout, but because of the way it was handled. So you can check that out as well. Okay, so PJ is still in Las Vegas, I think. I think he leaves tomorrow. But we've been giving PJ the entire month off. We're so grateful to Andy and Simone for their contribution to the show. And this week we welcome a new face to our community. It's a 60-second cocktail. And here he is with his cocktail of the week. Take it away.
Hey Johnny boy, thanks for having me on the show this week to fill in for our buddy PJ. PJ, if you're out there watching in your pretty little robe, I hope I make you proud, pal. All right, I didn't wear a robe today, but I'm showing my chest hair, which I don't normally do, but I'm trying to keep a little tradition going on here, right, PJ? Anyway, guys, I'm Vino Valentino. I got a show on YouTube called 60-Second Cocktails, where I try to make cocktails in under 60 seconds, guys. It's all fun and games. If you like a good time, a good cocktail, check me out. Go ahead and subscribe. And make sure you subscribe to Vegas Tips and Tricks if you haven't yet, all right, guys? All right, so to stick with John's whole Vegas theme, I'm going to be making a cocktail called the Poker Face, all right? So I got my cheat sheet here, where we're gonna do a little cocktail history, all right, folks? Now, the cocktail was said to be created in the early days of the Vegas casinos, the 1950s and whatnot, and it was said to be created to keep the players cool down while they have a hot hand. So that's apparently the phrase they like to use, all right, folks? So now let's look at what's in the sauce here, all right? Now, here's the deal. I'm making a little bit of a variation, a little bit of a twist on the cocktail, all right, guys? So we're gonna do 1 ounce of tequila blanco. We're gonna do a ½ an ounce of mezcal. We're gonna do a ½ an ounce of Cointreau, and about 4 ounces of pineapple juice. And we're just gonna garnish that with some cherries here. Now, my twist on it is that there's normally no mezcal in it. The reason I'm adding the mezcal because mezcal is smoky, and what's a casino without smoke, right? Are you serious? And I also love grilled pineapple. So as we're doing the pineapple juice, the smokiness from the mezcal with the pineapple juice, the bada bing, bada boom, is gonna make for a great cocktail, guys. All right. So that's that, and let's just go through our weapons of choice here. We're gonna be making that bad boy in a shaker. Some people make it right in the glass. I'm making it in the shaker because when you use pineapple juice and you give it a good shake, it actually builds a little bit of froth on top of the drink, which is delish. There's like a little bit of texture to the cocktail. It makes it nice, and it looks pretty, right? Why not? All right, folks, so that is gonna be a pretty simple cocktail to make. Can I make it under 60 seconds? I don't know, because one thing I'm not is the most finesseful bartender, right, folks? All right, guys, so we're about to get ready. If you guys happen to have this stuff at home and you want to pause this and go get it together and then bring it back and we can play along, let's go for it, right, folks? So if you're ready, if you're watching at home, folks, here it is. And begin, 60 seconds. All right, we're gonna do 1 ounce of tequila. All right, see? 1 ounce of tequila. We're gonna do a ½ an ounce of mezcal. All right. We're gonna do a ½ an ounce of Cointreau. All right. Like I said, we're gonna do 4 ounces of pineapple juice. All right. We're going to mix that in a shaker here. All right. We're doing good on time, so I'm not too concerned, but I don't want to go too nuts here. We're gonna fill our highball up with some ice here. All right, guys. And that should be it, man. We made good time on this. All right, let's pour ourselves this. We're gonna do it nice and slow here. There we go. All right, we didn't get too much froth, which is unfortunate. I usually do get some, but we're done, folks. All right, we're gonna top that bad boy with some cherries here. And look at that bad boy, huh? That is a beautiful, beautiful poker face, right? Boom, music. Oh, here we go, guys. We do a little dance every time we finish a cocktail, and we do a nice little, a little jig or something like that. All right, guys. So there's that. We got ourselves a poker face, all right, folks? Poker face for you guys at home. All we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little sippy sip here, and give it a try. Now, I'm obsessed with these cherries here. I'm not a big fan of those neon bright red cherries or whatever it is. I think to me they're pretty disgusting. These are delicious. They're like more like real cherries, you know. They're not like those things are like candy or something. I don't know. Anyway, folks, let's give our poker face a sip. Oh man, that's a bad bitch right there. This is delicious, guys. Listen, if you like grilled pineapple and you like tequila, I mean, that combination is gonna rip right through your mouth. This is absolutely delicious. This is listen, I know and I can see why they were trying to keep guys refreshed at the casinos, because this is super refreshing, but that smokiness from the mezcal, it just kind of makes it feel like you've been sitting at the slot machine for a couple hours, you got cigarette burns all over your fingers, and the smoke is all over your clothes, but you're still having a damn good time, and that's what this bad boy is. It's absolutely delicious. This is fantastic, guys. PJ, make sure you try one of these bad boys. Make it on your show too, all right? And all you folks out there, if you like this show or if you liked what I did here, please check me out on YouTube, 60-Second Cocktails. I'm all over social media also. And make sure you subscribe to this show here, Vegas Tips and Tricks. All right, guys? So, Johnny Boy, listen, thanks so much for having me on the show. I hope I made you proud, PJ. And listen, guys, when life gives you lemons, you make yourself a cocktail. Cheers. Smoky.
All right, thanks so much to 60-Second Cocktail for putting that together. Really looks like another tasty treat. And we have another special guest mixologist next week. Hey, if you want to be a guest mixologist, just email me at jrswift@vegastipstricks.com and we'll get you on the show. We'll make you a star. All right, so the second half of our taste test is here. We're going to try the 3 sweet concoctions. One is the O. Henry, and we have O. Henry, don't we? I've had an O. Henry bar. It's like, you know, your sort of salted nut roll thing. A lot of dead air. Yeah, I know I've had an O. Henry bar before. They may not be available in the U.S. at this point, but yeah, good, good. This is an Aero bar. I don't know what this is. Made by Nestle. So let's it's fine. I'm not really sure what it is. I thought I tasted like a coconut aftertaste, but it reminds me of a piece of candy you'd get out of one of those little candy hearts or something. And finally, I think this is like the most Canadian of all the treats, the sweet treats anyway, the Coffee Crisp. So definitely looking forward to checking this one out. If any of you are old enough to remember those little ice cream cookies, they called them, they were like chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. This basically tastes like those with chocolate. And I'll say that's a good thing. I'll finish this. So thanks again to Vegas Best Ideas for those fun Canadian snacks. I enjoyed that. And no, I'm not going to put another link in the show notes. You're all subscribed to Vegas Best Ideas right now, TNG. A huge part of making Rocktober come together. Now, we have a quick Vegas tip or trick before we wrap up today's show. It's not particularly well publicized, I would say, but if you're planning to ride the high roller, make sure that you are a Caesars Rewards member. Even if you are a lowly gold or platinum member, you can get a 2-for-1 on the high roller. I mean, I think when we rode it, it was like $34. So you can cut the price in half. Like I say, you don't have to gamble at all. If you're a Diamond or 7 Stars member, you can get a free ticket. So a great little perk, and one that isn't, I don't think, particularly advertised that much. But if you check out, go to the Caesars Rewards booth, tell them you want to do the 2-for-1 or the free ride on the high roller, and you can save yourself a little bit of money. We will not do a live stream this week. It should be the week of the live stream, but you're all live streamed out. We will instead continue to work on the vlog, and then hopefully by a week from Wednesday, we'll come back with another This Week in Vegas history, because hopefully by that time we'll have wrapped up Vegas 45. And this is going to wrap up our show for today. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for all of you who joined us at Rocktober, both in person and in spirit. It was a great time. And until next week, I hope that you have a great and lucky and healthy week. We will see you soon.